peninsular tour, my friends, from Costa Maya. It's actually the Mayan ruins. All of these vehicles that you see outside the port, they're also going to the Mayan ruins, guys, right? So we're not gonna be the only ones. That's why it's important to remember the number of the van, because it's the same one that we're gonna use to come back to Costa Maya. I will try to remember your name, my friends, right? But if I don't, I will call you the whole time by the number of the vehicle, alright? So whenever you hear me saying number 15, it's me calling you guys, alright? That means that we have to get together. That means that we have to move, right? And you guys can call me by Eli. Eli is my nickname, my friends. My real name is Eleazar, okay? But you guys can call me by Eli. And our driver's name is Adriel, alright? Adriel is doing the driving, guys, and I will do the talking. So if you guys have any question, don't doubt to ask. I will be really happy to help you. If you guys didn't bring any water, don't worry. Right behind my seat, you guys can see that we have a cooler. We got some free drinks for you guys. If you want to have it now, it's okay. If you want to wait until we get there, that's really up to you, my friends, okay? We're gonna be walking through the jungle. We're gonna have a great time, guys, alright? I don't know how often you come to Mexico. I don't know if this is the very first time of yours, guys, but let's make this one of the best experience ever, right? Mexico is a very big country. Mexico is a country of 32 states, alright? Today we're in the state of Quintana Roo. And before I get to talk about the Mayans, my friends, I'd like to know, have you guys ever visited a Mayan city before? None of you guys? Have you guys ever visited Costa Maya before?
No.
Yeah, okay, you have. How long ago, my friends? Do you remember?
5-6 years.
Okay. Yeah, because Costa Maya began in the 2001. That's when we had the first cruise ship coming here, my friends. The best year of Costa Maya, it was the year of 2017, because that's when they built the pier to have 4 cruises at the same time. For example, today we're gonna get to have 2 cruise ships, my friends, right? There is one more coming later. So on days like this, we have a lot of people going to the Mayan ruins, and also a lot of people go to the downtown, guys, right? We're not gonna see the beautiful beach resorts, the hotels, the infrastructure, because everything is located like 10 minutes away from the port. And we're now gonna make a ride to drive us out, my friends, right? But when we get back, you still have time, and you guys wanna go and take a look at the town, you guys can do it, right? What time is your all on board, my friends? Do you all know? 4:30? Okay, so we'll be back here by 12:30, I guess, like 1 o'clock we'll be back. So you will have a couple of hours left if you guys want to do something, my friends, okay? I would like to show you guys the Mexican map, and I always represent the Mexican map with my hand. And you guys see the Mexican map, my friends? Yes, right?
Yeah.
The Baja Peninsula is missing. What we need for now is to know about the Yucatan Peninsula. This is the Yucatan Peninsula, my friends. In the Yucatan Peninsula, we have 3 states. We have the state of Campeche, the one that is by the Gulf. We have the state of Yucatan, right in the middle of the peninsula. And today, we are in Quintana Roo, okay? Quintana Roo is the very last part of Mexico. If you guys haven't heard anything about Quintana Roo, I bet you have heard about the city of Cancun, right? Cancun is a very famous city that's located all the way to the north, right? How about Cozumel? Have you guys ever heard about Cozumel? Is this cruise ship going to Cozumel, my friends? Alright. So the difference between Cozumel and Costa Maya is that Cozumel is an island, my friends, right? And Costa Maya is not. Cozumel is right here in the middle of the state, and Costa Maya is by the very bottom, my friends. Okay, as you guys can see, we're in the southeastern part of Mexico, right here, my friends. Okay, very last part of Mexico. We asked Adriel to take us to Belize. That will only take about 2.5 hours drive. And why? Because we're just in the border with Belize, my friends, okay? We're surrounded by a lot of jungle. We're surrounded by a lot of vegetation, my friends, like mangrove, right? What you see now, this is what we have for now. This is a little neighborhood, my friends, right? There is a lot of construction happening. So what I believe is that Costa Maya Mahahual is no longer gonna be the same thing in a couple of years. We like this town like it is because as we're far away from the big cities, this is still a safe place, my friends. I don't know what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you guys hear about Mexico. Maybe good things, right? Maybe bad things, a little bit of both, why not? Because Mexico is just like anywhere else in the world. We have good places, we have bad places. But talking about Costa Maya Mahahual, my friends, this is one of the safest places to be, okay? because we're busy on cruise ship days. When there is no cruise ships, this looks like a ghost town, my friends. No taxis like the yellow ones that you see. Most of the yellow taxis that you see, my friends, are the ones that are going to the downtown. If we take the left and we go that way, we see the lighthouse, and after the lighthouse, we have the hotels and the beach resorts and everything, my friends. That's in the other side. Right here to your left, you see a little construction happening. This is what I meant when I was saying, my friends, that this town is growing little by little. A lot of people is coming here to buy land, to make some restaurants, right? To make some hotels. So yes, this is growing little by little, my friends, okay? The thing is that about 6 months ago, my friends, this port was sold to the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. And yes, they already showed us what they're gonna build, and this is going to be something really huge, guys. This will be finished in the 2027, in 2 years. You won't see Costa Maya like it is now, my friends. There was a water park. I don't know if you guys saw the big building that was right next to the port. It was a red building, my friends. That was a water park. If you came here 6 years ago, you remember about the water park, my friends. That was a really nice tour, right? Water slides, zip lines, rivers, swimming pools, restaurants inside the water park. But that